U is a vector that connects P to Q. We want to find the component form of U. So vector U is the same thing as vector PQ. And in order to get this, you have to subtract basically Q from P. Okay, so Q minus P. So first do the X component. So 3 minus negative 2. And then the Y component, negative 1 minus 5. So 3 minus negative 2, same thing as 3 plus 2. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. So our vector U is 5 comma negative 6. Part B has to find the length of this vector. So for the length of the vector, we're just going to take the square root of each of the components squared. Five squared is going to give us 25. Negative 6 squared is 36. Add those together. We get the square root of 61 as the length of the vector. Now I want to determine a vector of magnitude 5 whose direction is opposite that of U. So first, if it's going to be opposite of U, we know we're going to have negative U. So negative U has opposite direction. Okay, the next thing is the length of this vector is square root of 61. So I want to make sure it's equal to 5. So the idea is remove the square root of 61 length by dividing by root 61 and then multiply by 5. So if I was to rewrite it, you divide by removing. So remove the current length and then multiply by replacing it with the length that you want, which is 5. Okay, so that's what we need to multiply U with, or negative U by. And then the vector U was 5 comma negative 6. So distribute the negative 5 over root 61 to both pieces and get negative 25 over root 61 and 30 over root 61. Our vector U is 5 comma negative 6. So we're interested in seeing what angle this makes with respect to the positive x-axis. So let's draw this right triangle here, our vector being the hypotenuse. Call this angle theta. We know that the length here is 5, the length is 6. So for theta, we know that tangent theta is opposite over adjacent. So theta is going to be the inverse tangent of 6 over 5, which is 50.2 degrees. But I'm interested in the angle that U makes with a positive x-axis. So in other words, I'm interested in this whole angle right here. Okay. Now, I know the little part, so if I were to draw this, so the red part, what I just solved for, is 50.2 degrees. And I know this entire circle is 360, so in order to get the blue, we're just going to take 360 minus 50.2 degrees. And that's our answer.